Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, you are so much welcome. If you have not subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button. Also turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a video, you get notified. Like this video if you find this video helpful. In today's class, we will be making a long sleeve and a short sleeve. It sounds like what you want to learn. Keep on watching. With me here, I have my tools for this tutorial. Here is my ruler, my curve and a straight ruler. This is the marker I will be using. And I will be using pencil for the drafting also. So this is my eraser that in case I have a mistake, I can able to clean it off, and of course my scissors for cutting. So guys, here is the pattern paper, the very basic thing for this tutorial, and this is all we need for this tutorial. As you can see, I have the pattern paper on fold, and please also do yours like this. If you are drafting on a pattern, you can as well use your fabric directly, but for the case of this tutorial, I'm using my pattern to do this tutorial. Okay, so the first thing I will be doing here is for me to take a straight line here, and this line that I'm taking, it will be a starting point and as a guide as well. So now all those measurements we are going to take, we are going to start from this very line here. We are going to take our measurement. So the first measurement I will be taking is the cap height, also known as the bisect line. So for the bisect line, I will be using 4.5 inches, still maintaining that line there. So you can use 5 inches if you want. You can also use 4 inches if you also want. But for the case of this tutorial, I'm using 4.5 inches like I said earlier. So I'm going to mark my 4.5 inches like this. So still maintaining the line like so, I will mark the length of the sleeve. So for the length of the sleeve, I'm using 8 inches. It all depends of the length, because we are making a short sleeve for this one here. We are making the short sleeve. So I will take from the starting point to my 8 inches and also add 2 inches to it as a seam allowance for me to able to fold in the sleeve. So this totally depends on you. You can use 1.5 inches. You can also use 1 inches if you want for your seam allowance. So now this is me trying to extend all the points as a straight line. So guys, as you can see, I've done that, and here is my bisect line. This is my length and the allowance that I added to the length. So now the first measurement we are going to take is to come to this starting point here and mark 4 inches from the center front here, which is the unfold part. So I'm going to place my 4 inches this way, and I will mark my 4 inches from here to there. So you can see I've marked my 4 inches like this. So after that, I will come to this bisect line and take the round measurement there, and I will mark. So for the round measurement is 13.5, and after that I'm going to divide the 13.5 into 2 equal half like this. Then I will place what I have there. Okay, so I will just place it at this center front like this, and I will mark it. Then after marking, I will add 1 inches for my seam allowance, and I will mark it as well. So coming to this length, the full length of the sleeve, I'm going to take the round measurement of the length, and also I will divide it into two and mark what I have. I will also add 1 inches for my seam allowance, just the way we did to the bicep line. So basically we are done. So now the next step is to come to this upper part here. You remember we marked 4 inches at the top here. We are going to repeat it at the bicep line for us to have a straight line. We are just marking this 4 inches as a guide. We are not using it for anything. I'm just going to mark the 4 inches here for me to have a straight line. Then after marking, I will connect the straight line. So you can see that we have a straight line here now. So the next step now is to look for the midpoint of the straight line. So I'll first of all measure what I have first, then I will divide it into 2 equal halves like this, and I will make a notch there at the midpoints. So now we have a midpoint here. So the next step we are going to do is to curve our armhole out. So we are going to curve the armhole by using our French curve. But if it does not have French curve, you can go ahead to use your free hand as well. So now I will be using my marker to highlight this part so that we can able to see it clearly. So I place the curve like this, ensure that the center front matches it clearly. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. There is no space at the center there. The curve matches the line there. So you can see it comes out very neatly. So now I will turn the fresh curve to the other side and connect it to meet the other, from the midpoint to meet the other, the sleeve, the biceps length. I don't know if you understand. Just watch it carefully and you will understand what I'm doing. So you can see that our armhole is well curved now. So I'm going to just connect all the dots together like this using a straight ruler. So you will notice that I did not extend the line to the allowance. The reason why I did not do that, I will explain later, okay? So I'm going to cross check if my round armhole corresponds with this line here. So my round armhole is 15 inches. When I divide into 2, I will have 7.5. So you can see where my 7.5 lands me. So I'm going to measure again, and let me just turn it so that we can able to see it very well. So I'm going to measure it according to the curve, okay? So this is where my 7.5 lands. So from this other side is my allowance, okay? From this other side is for the allowance to join, and from here to there is the allowance, and from this other side to the center front is the armhole. So hope you understand it. So guys, coming back to this part here, the reason why I did not extend the line to the allowance is basically because when you extend the line down, it will have some short edge, so that when you want to join, or when you want to fold in the excess, it will have some shortage at that part. So the first thing I'm going to do to avoid that, I'm going to cut out this excess out first, okay? I'm going to cut it out. After that, I'm going to, before we cut out the sleeve, before we cut it out, I will fold in the allowance in like this. I will just fold in the allowance in like this, okay? After folding, then I will just go ahead to trim out my sleeve. So guys, if you are still using your fabric, your made fabric, still use this pattern. Fold in your excess, the allowance that you gave for the allowance. the allowance you give for the length, just fold it in and cut as well. Okay, so you can see that we've already cut it, and this is how it looks like. And if you check it very well, you will see that this other side is longer than the main sleeve length. I don't know if you understand. So you can see I will fold it in now. When you fold it like you want to fold it in, it will give you your accurate measurement like this. There will be no short edge. Everything will align very well, align equally. That is the essence of folding it before cutting. Okay, so that is basically it, and this is for the short sleeve. I will just go ahead to write it here, short sleeve. Okay, hope you are enjoying this video. If you do, please hit on the like button, and if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to this channel and also turn on the notification bell to see more of my videos. So guys, this is the short sleeve for this video. So let's go for the long sleeve. So guys, this is another fresh pattern paper, and I will be using this one for the long sleeve. As you can see, I also fold this pattern paper into two like this. So the first thing we'll be doing, just the way we did at the first sleeve, we are going to take our starting line and I'm going to draw it like this. So now the difference between the short sleeve and the long sleeve is the length. Okay, so for the bicep will be the same. Okay, I will take this from the starting point and I will mark my 4.5. This one must be correspond, like for the short and the long sleeve, it must be correspond. Okay, so the difference from this other side is that I'm not going to take 8 inches anymore, because that one, the first one is short sleeve. That is the reason why we marked 8 inches as the length. Okay, so we are not going to take 8 inches for this particular one. So we are going to take from the starting point to our elbow. So from my starting point, from my shoulder to my elbow is 12 inches. I will encourage if you measure yours and have a accurate measurement. So you can see I've marked my 12 inches. So still maintaining the line, I will mark the full length, and the full length I'm working with is 22 inches. Do mark your own and work with your measurements. Okay, so I will add extra 2 inches, just what we do to the first one. Add extra 2 inches to it. Okay, so you can see I make a dot to all this marked here. So I will go ahead to extend it as a line. So you can see I've ruled all my lines. So my bicep, yes, my elbow, you can see my elbow, and here is the full length of the sleeve. So now the first thing we'll be doing, just the way we did to the first one, we are still going to repeat it here. We are going to mark 4 inches from the center front like this, as we are going to mark it like this from the center, and we go in by 4 and I mark it. So for the biceps, I will also mark my biceps measurement, just exactly what we did to the first one. Okay, I will mark it and I will also add my seam allowance to it as well. So this is me adding my seam allowance. So after adding my seam allowance, that is basically it. I'll come over to the elbow and I will measure my elbow measurements, divide what I have into 2 equal half, and I will place it at the elbow line. Then I will mark it. After marking, I will also add my seam allowance of 1 inches. Take note, if you are adding 1.5 inches allowance, just maintain that 1.5 inches all through, okay? Since I'm using 1 inches, I'm maintaining my 1 inches. So for the ankle or the ribs, we have what I call this part here, you are going to measure it and you divide what you have into 2 and you mark it. Also add your seam allowance. Like mine, I use 1 inches. Then I'm going to use my 1 inches seam allowance as well. So we are basically done with the marking. Coming to this upper part, just the way we did to the front, we are still going to repeat it here. So I'm going to mark my 4 inches from this line here to have a straight line. Remember I said so. So I will just mark it and I will make it a straight line like this, okay? Please, if you are finding this video helpful, please give this video a huge thumbs up. And if you are yet to subscribe, please hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell also. So guys, I will divide it into 2 like this. Just measure and divide into 2. The reason why we are dividing this part into 2 is for us, is a guideline and for us to have our curve in a very nice way, okay? So now it's for us to use the curve ruler to curve out our armhole. So I'm going to use our marker to do this so that it will be more visible for everybody to see clearly. So you can see that I have connected the first one and this is the second one I am doing now. So you just connect it this way and your armhole is ready. So you just connect all the hole points together to form a nice shape. So you can see I have connected all my dots together. So like I said before, I did not extend my line to the allowance, just the way I explained to us at the first sleeve that we draft, sorry. So now we are not going to do it. I'm not going to extend it because if you extend it like that, you will have a shortage at that part. So I'm going to cut out this sleeve. So you can see that I am trimming out the mark that I mark. Just trim out. So when you get to this part, you stop and you trim out the down part like this, okay? So you fold in the allowance in like this, just the way we did to the front part, the short sleeve. You arrange it very well. Like I also said that when you are using your fabric, apply this method as well. It will help you, okay? So you can see that you can see some excess there. I'm trying to trim it out so that everything will align well. So you can see that this part here is very long down. So I will just go ahead to measure it. Let's see the difference. So for here I marked from the down part for the allowance, I mark 6 inches exactly, while for the length I mark 5.5 inches. So the difference between the two is half inches. You can see that when you draw it the line straight, you will have some excess, okay? So just try this method and you will thank me later. So guys, this is it. I have opened it up and this is what we have. So, and you can see I have folded it in and everything aligned very well, and you can see everywhere is looking pretty. So guys, this is basically it. I will just go ahead to fold it back and I will identify this length as my long sleeve, okay? Hope you are finding this video very helpful. If you do, please like this video and subscribe if you have not done so. So guys, this is the long sleeve, and here is the two sleeve we just draft. Here's the short sleeve and the other long sleeve, and you can see, you can try this and give me a feedback. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like this video, share this video. Okay, thank you so much. Bye. To see you in my next video.